And now, Liz, it's time for the magic ingredient.
We're back in Scotty's kitchen for another episode of Cooking in Scotty's Kitchen, brought to you by Hy-Vee. And this one, I'm intrigued by.
Liz, have you ever heard of hot dish?
I don't think so, no.
If you ever lived in the upper Midwest or have relatives up there, they have a thing called hot dish. And I saw this on a TV show and it intrigued me very much because it's one of those things that nobody necessarily agrees on what hot dish is. All hot dishes are casseroles. Not all casseroles are hot dishes. So we're gonna get into that a little bit. Basically, what we're gonna do today is a tater tot casserole. And the first thing we're gonna do is preheat the oven to 450 degrees. It's a hot oven.
Woo!
Because you want crisp tater tots. Nobody wants soggy tater tots,
No,
Liz.
never.
Okay, so if you've ever made a tater tot casserole before, or a lot of different casseroles, you probably use cream of mushroom soup, right? It's the easy way. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna make our own kind of mushroom soup broth.
Okay.
So it'll be a little bit different. But the show that I saw this on was Cook's Country. It's this show on PBS that I watch every once in a while. They said there is no shame in using the cream of mushroom soup. But since they were a cooking show, they were gonna go the other route with it, and that kind of excited me a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with a pound of mushrooms, okay? If you wanna save yourself a little time like I did at Hy-Vee, and I saw that the price of the whole mushrooms and the sliced ones were the same. So we're gonna put in the mushrooms, and the onion, and the garlic. And this may seem a little odd because we're gonna get this going, there's not gonna be any liquid in this.
Oh.
And so at first you're like, huh? In fact, that was literally the sound that one of the cooks made on the show was, huh? But then we're gonna go in with the beef, just start breaking it up. And stirring it up a little bit. Now, see what's gonna happen is the fat from the meat is gonna get with the onions and everything, and it's good. There's gonna be some liquid in there eventually. Now, we are gonna add some in a bit too. This is one of those, you do it this way, it's gonna take a little time. Liz is just gonna have to sit around in my kitchen. Basically, you're just gonna cook that down for like 25 to 28 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot the time.
Okay.
Do you have the time? Now we sit and wait.
Okay, so we're a few minutes in.
Yeah, and you can see, we put it in there without the liquid. Now,
Oh, wow.
It's starting to cook down a little bit.
Smells good.
It do. All right, so then you're cooking this down until the liquid has about all evaporated. And it pretty much has. It's about 25 minutes, something like that. 3 tablespoons of flour. And this kind of is like you're making a roux. You just do it until it's all incorporated. All right, now we're gonna add some liquid, Elizabeth.
Okay.
A cup and a half of chicken broth. A cup and a half of whole milk. The cooks on TV, they're always cooking from wine and taking a little sip. I can't do that, but I'm cooking with milk. Okay, so what you're doing here is you got these liquids in here, and kind of like you do, you're deglazing the bottom of the pan like you do with wine and stuff in dishes sometimes.
I'm sorry, but we've had the terms roux and deglazing
Huh?
in one video. Are we fancy or what?
You better get ready for some real cooking in Scotty's kitchen. By the way, did I tell you what my nickname was in college?
No.
Hot dish.
No, it was not.
It just seemed like an appropriate joke for this recipe. So now we're gonna put in some Parmesan cheese, which I'm not sure I have enough, but that's an excuse just to use all of it. And I really see no need to measure cheese because there's no such thing as too much.
I get to get my hands dirty a little bit.
There we go. All right, you ready, Elizabeth?
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna go into a 9 by 13 baking dish. If you would help me, there you go. There you go. Now, we're gonna take some frozen corn and frozen peas, and you keep them frozen till now. And just if you want to just sprinkle them in there, let's just use your hands or use the thing over, just kind of spread them out a little bit. As dumb as it sounds, I have a history with tater tot casserole. When I first started cooking a few years ago, this was one of the first dishes I did. Then I got the wild idea of trying to make it a healthy dish, which is not real bright.
That's what it looks like.
Right? Can't have tater tot hot dish without tater tot. All we're gonna do is just line them up. Just start putting them on there. Tater tots are like cheese. Can you have too many?
No, good point.
I don't want to see any corn or peas through the tater tots. And I got just enough tater tots left over for like breakfast some morning.
Here's our final
There
product.
you go. Okay, so it also says in the recipe, make sure you put it on the upper middle rack, and it's a hot oven, 450 degrees. But that's gonna make sure you toast the tater tots good, so they're good and crispy.
Away she goes.
She is. All right, I think it's time to check. You want to look?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Oh, take a look at that in the oven.
Oh man, I'd say those hash browns are crispy.
You want it, it's supposed to be bubbling like that, and you want your hash browns crispy. That looks crispy to me. Come on.
Ooh boy.
Hot dish! Alrighty, you ready for a piece?
Heck yes.
See, we let it cool for 15 minutes. That was a long 15 minutes. Hot bite. Hot dish.
Ooh. That'll warm your belly. That is good. Yes.
Hot. Good though. The tater tots are crispy, which again, you don't want soggy tater tot casserole. Yeah, it's good. All right, so what'd you think?
Oh Lord, that was delish. I thought honestly what Scotty put on my plate was a lot, and I still managed to eat all of it.
Liz is a member of the Clean Plate Club.
I am, so 2 thumbs up for me. What about you?
Love it. For what it's meant to be, you know, a casserole, wintertime, warm you from the inside. So good. A lot of the flavors. Taking that extra step with the mushrooms, I think we could taste the difference. But no shame in using mushroom soup out of a can either.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming this is one of those two that sits in the refrigerator overnight. Flavors meld a little bit more.
Yes.
It's going to be a great one to heat up as well. So absolutely, we loved it. If you want to try it, we'll put the recipe at clear99.com. You can find it there. And our thanks again to the Columbia Hy-Vee locations. You can get all of your ingredients for this hot dish or any other hot dish at your Columbia Hy-Vees. So check them out there. Thank you guys.